Okay, let's say you have had a training plan and maybe you made it by yourself or got it from somebody else, and at some point you find out that it's not working, and you have been practicing wrong movements, wrong techniques, maybe so much that now you have those imprinted in your muscle memory. And trust me, I know I have done that like 5 times, like relearning everything. And the problem is that once you have those stuff in the reflex level, it's kind of programmed in, and it might be causing you now maybe stress injuries. That's one thing. The other thing is that if you're getting older, then might be that you need to modify your technique because it's no longer working as it should. So meaning that previously you could pull off techniques and maneuvers that were like okay for your body, but now because you are getting older you can't do those anymore. So your old technical repertoire is not working anymore. So what are we going to do then? We have to de-learn the old techniques, maybe even tactics, and then relearn those, because otherwise we are finished. So how to do that? There are some ways to it, but it still becomes a grind because you need to start learning new stuff again, and your body wants to do the old stuff. So it's gonna be a difficult journey from there. So what I would look first to do is the full understanding what are the changes that are necessary. So once we understand the changes, then it becomes easier to change the training plan so that we have those new things in there. Let's go have a look at this way. I don't know what is it. So okay, so this is like part of the outer bailey, I suppose, and it's mostly stone, although we do see some bricks over there. Bricks were like really expensive at this time here in Finland. But anyway, back to the topic. So maybe you don't have to modify everything, maybe only some things in there. And I would take it from the tactics. So if you have your tactics down, what kind of things you need to do, and then you have the techniques that you were utilizing to realize those tactics. Now you find out that some of the technical stuff can't be used anymore, so it has to be modified. So how are we going to modify it then? Well, we throw the old stuff away, but it doesn't go away straight away, so we have to make a plan. And first, number one, find out what are the new techniques that will replace the old ones. So this is what you should be looking into, and once you have that down, then you need to start drilling in the new techniques methodically with lots of repetition, and don't do the old techniques anymore. So this is solo practice, what you can do at home, and you do that a lot every week, every day. Just focus on one change and keep drilling that in, and then when you go to the practice you need to start to apply that one thing. Even though it's slow, even though it doesn't work, you still have to start applying that new technique, what you are trying to replace the old ones with. So it's a tough job, but trust me, I have done it many times and it has worked. And the key thing there is repetition, repetition, repetition. So practice at home, go to fighter practice, practice there, just apply the new technique. even though it doesn't work. Don't worry about it. What you're trying to do is to reprogram your head basically to react so that when the situation comes, it can then apply the new technique. So in the beginning, if it was previously almost unconscious, you didn't have to think about it. Now you have to start thinking about, I'm going to do this technique right now. That will make you slow, but you will have to push through, otherwise you will never get the new technique in. And how long does it take? Depends maybe how old you are, but for me it's been usually it's maybe 1 to 2 years time. If I really have to replace something, I think it's easier. But if I have to modify some existing technique a little bit, then it can be sometimes in some cases faster, just weeks or maybe months before I have it. But full replacement, it's gonna be a long journey. I would say take at least 1 year. So don't get any false exceptions. It's just gonna take some time. And that's what has been working for me. So pick the new technique, start drilling that in, and then what you do is go to practice and try to apply the new technique.